Everybody, and welcome back to the Good Day Matrix. My name is Daz, and I have the absolute privilege today of sitting here at STOKEDNZ HQ with Deb. I'm very, very excited. Deb was a performance analyst before she made a really large pivot to founding STOKEDNZ. She has a Bachelor of Sport and Leisure. She has volunteered for Paralympics New Zealand and genuinely cares about people and the planet, which I just adore and I think is wonderful. Deb loves being outside, being out in nature, mountain biking, surfing, hiking. I think that list could probably roll on and on and on. So we'll hear more about that. But welcome and thank you for allowing us to come to STOKEDNZ today.
Oh, thanks, mate. I'm stoked you're here actually because this is all brand new.
Yeah.
So pretty cool to have a yarn here. And yeah, so stoked to talk to you. So thank you.
No, thank you. Nice to be back in Rotorua. So we talk about body, mind, identity, community and environment when we talk about wellbeing, and our genuine want is to see everybody thrive and live well every single day in Aotearoa. That's our prime goal. That's why we talk to amazing people from all walks of life just about what they do for themselves to try and inspire others just to get curious about what they might want to do or what might work for them to try, just to take some step forward in action to feeling well. So, that's why we're here today. That's what we're going to try and share some parts of your story and share some things that you do and see if that inspires someone else just to give something a nudge.
Cool.
Yeah. So we'll start with body and we'll weave through all of our pillars. So with body, are there any rituals or daily activities or routines that you do to take care of your body?
So every day I leave work and I go to the gym in the afternoon, and it's like my clothes off from the end of work and then I go to the gym, smash myself, and then you can't think about work because you're like just trying to beat everyone else in the class. Well, I am anyway. They don't know it's a competition. And then I go home and then I'm just Debs and I'm not business owner Debs, because otherwise it can be all consuming and you never switch off. So I really try and prioritize that every day.
Nice.
And it's so good for my mental health as well. And then I sleep way better. Actually, if I don't go to the gym in the afternoon, I have a terrible sleep. So
wow.
I really try and do that. In the morning and stuff, there's no mega rituals. I actually haven't set an alarm clock and since the whole time I've had my business.
Oh, bless.
Just wake up at 5 or 6 every day.
Yeah.
Get up and get it done. And then the old 5+ a day, eh? Gotta try and eat for nutrition.
Yeah.
With a side of chocolate. Yeah.
With a large side of chocolate.
Yeah.
It would be wrong if it wasn't a large, I'm all about balance. I'm all about enjoying what life gives us. The treats are important. So when you go to the gym, so you're in a class, is it sort of like a rotation-y type changes every time, or do you do your own thing? How does that work?
I go to BFT.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Have you been?
No, yes I have. We did one class in Hamilton East. Yeah. Shout out to Hamilton East Body Fit. They invited us in and I got my ass handed to me on a platter. It was great. It was a great wake-up call to how unfit I was.
I actually love it, eh? The one here in Rotorua only opened this year.
Oh, cool.
So I was going to a different gym before that. But I really like BFT because it's like class-based. So when you've had to make 100 other decisions during the day, you can go there and not have to make any more.
Yep.
It's just do this, do this, do this.
Yep.
And it's all programmed. So, cardio days, strength days, mix, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you know what you're doing for the week. And there's some really strong chicks there. It is super inspiring. Just chicks deadlifting on 70 kgs. And I've got way stronger since I've been going because I'm trying to beat them more. I'm really competitive. Or just be working out with them. It's really cool. I find it really inspiring.
Yeah, and having those role models, right? And they're right there to be like, okay, if you can do this, I can, I'm going to start.
And everyone's so supportive. Honestly, it's Oh, I sound like it's a cult. It's not. It's just a really supportive, cool gym, and everyone just wants you to be the best you can, and lift heavy, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Lift everybody up as much as you can, and that's just making the world so much better. So on a tough day, and I know we all have our tough days, how do you prioritise taking care of everybody? So your sleep and your moving and your eating, how do you make those non-negotiables?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. It's really hard when you're having those especially crap days to then go to the gym, because you're like, my thing is I don't have time. If I go to the gym for the hour, maybe I could have solved that problem to turn the day around. But in reality, if I go to the gym, smash myself and clear my head for an hour, I'm always going to solve that problem way easier.
Yeah.
So I don't really have that internal battle anymore. I'm just no, go. I know it's going to be the best thing for me, and then I'll figure it out afterwards. And then sleep. I've always just needed a lot. And I'm a 9 o'clock kind of girl. I'm a nana. So yeah, that's not really an issue. I just start falling asleep.
So Deb wants a rocking chair for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm my friends all know it too. If we're all out having a potluck dinner or whatever, and they see me leave at 8:30, they're like, oh, it's just
but look, realistically though, if you're waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning, 9 is what you need to get 8 hours sleep. Because I'm getting up at 5 now. It's my new, that's where I fit my exercise, and I get up at 5 and I work out for an hour then. If I don't go to sleep at 9, if I go to sleep at 10 or 11, which is what I used to do, you A, can't get up, B, you ignore your alarm, or C, you get up and you just feel absolutely dismal because you don't have the energy to actually deliver on, so it's the cycles we're building into our lives, and 9 o'clock you need sleep.
I think it's a really good point though. You said you get up at 5 and go to the gym, and some people are really I don't know if you've read James Clear.
Oh yes, I have.
Okay. Several times. So habit building and stuff. And I think that's the whole point, is it doesn't actually matter when you do it, as long as you do what's best for you. I'm a real morning person.
Yeah.
But I prefer to just get up and smash work for 2 or 3 hours before Gary's awake and before I come in to staff. And if I go to the gym in the morning, it's my most productive hours.
Yes.
So I prefer to go to the gym in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do what's best for you. Yeah.
Love that message, and that's what we talk about. So me getting up at 5, there will be people at the other end of this going, I would never do that, you crazy person, that's insane. Or people who have cold showers or go outside in the morning with bare feet, But if it works for you, there's no judgment to anybody else. It's just find the things that work
for you.
And just do it. So we'll move into mind. So being a business owner is not for the faint-hearted. And then being so early stage and building a business is not for the faint-hearted. And then you layer on a pandemic on top of all of that, which is what you've basically had to do since you started this in 2017. Your stress must have been pretty intense at points and some overwhelm. How do you keep your mind in a safe place to sort of make really tough decisions or strong decisions, and sort of what are your coping mechanisms around that?
A few things. One is surround yourself with epic humans. So we've been in Stoked is 5 this month. So we've been in business for 5 years, and along that journey I've had a few different mentors who are all epic in different areas. And one of them said to me, literally draw a line on a page and write what you can control and what you can't. And all that stuff that you can't control, right now, our container's so delayed and it's not going to arrive for Christmas. And obviously we planned for this last year, and it's not going to happen, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. All I can do is when it arrives is have this really cool campaign. The reindeers are running late with little IOUs for customers, so they still have a Christmas. Yeah. And the towelly will arrive just after. And so I can problem solve, but there's no point staying up all night hoping that container's going to arrive, because it's not, and I can't change it. And then the stuff that I can control, cool, how can I really maximize that to kind of offset some of that stuff that I can't? So that's one. And then mentors, and it's so cliche, but really choose who you spend your time with, because I think my head injury taught me that life is short and we only have so much time, and choose it with humans that like lift you up and
Yep.
you want to hang out with and
Yeah.
inspire you, and
Yeah, it's like a mirror, isn't it? When you know,
Yeah.
those people you're spending time with is a reflection of who you are and what you're putting out into the world. I love that.
totally.
No, mindset is a massive thing, I think, in business, and the more people you can have that are supporting you and lifting you up, but that mentor talking about control your controllables is like key.
Oh, totally.
And you don't have to be a business owner to learn that valuable lesson.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, just straight line on a piece of paper. Brilliant.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing as well, putting it all on a piece of paper, like getting it from here to there, so then you can be like, oh, actually that's not important right
Yep.
now, or like categorize stuff. And stress doesn't help, does it? Like, it's never gonna solve a problem. And then if in doubt, go get on your bike or go walk in nature
Yeah.
and put on some music or a podcast, or because how often, like when you're really stressed and you're trying to figure something out, how often does the idea just come to you versus like you're in the shower or you're walking up the mountain, and then like out of nowhere you're like, oh, that's how I fix it.
Yep, shower's my place.
Yeah.
My kids for my Christmas present last year bought me a waterproof pad of paper to have in my shower.
So good.
Downside is the pen's not waterproof, so when that gets damp, it doesn't work on the paper. So somebody lent me a waterproof pen, probably issues with it or something. But anyway, that's I'm often going, someone give me a pen and paper.
Yeah.
I've got an idea, I need to get it out because it won't stay there for long.
Yeah.
Never
totally.
mind. So we'll move into identity. So we truly believe, and so much research sits behind this too, of if you know who you are, if you know where you've come from, you can make so much better decisions and understand how you react to different situations and why you react in those ways, and where you connect in the world, and where your tūranga waiwai is and where you really feel like you belong. So tell us about where you've come from, where your whānau are from, and how you've gotten to here.
Yeah, cool. I grew up on a farm just out of Matamata, actually. Super cool. I actually loved growing up farm life. I realised that's an opportunity not everyone gets, but we'd just come home from school and I'd just go play down the farm, or then once I got older I was working on the farm.
Yeah, the play only lasts for so long.
And I've got two sisters. I'm the middle one, so they're pretty epic humans. And my mum and dad, honestly, my mum and dad are legends. I know everyone says that, maybe not everyone says that actually, but they are like the biggest supporters. They come to, we don't do many events now, but the ones that we do are really key, and mum and dad are there every time. Like we've got one next weekend down in Martinborough, which is a wee trek from here. And they're coming. Legends, eh? So so that's my family, but the whole like here, I think moving here, Gaz and I, he's from Northern Ireland and called New Zealand home for like 12 years now, but moving here to Rotorua, honestly, it's like we've found home.
Yeah.
Like everyone here is like-minded humans. We spend all our days at the lake in the summer, or like after work.
Yeah.
Not all day. Like our staff too, we like go out for like lunchtime swims and the forest, and so good.
Magic. And it's cool that you can move into a place that you didn't necessarily grow up in.
Yeah.
And find belonging within it.
We love it here. We've been here now for I think 4.5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like the farm there's always be a piece of me there.
Yeah.
Like I love.
Back with the hobbits in Matamata.
Literally across the road from Hobbits. Yeah.
Oh, priceless.
Yeah, good old Hobbiton.
And now you had an accident in 2015, which placed a pretty swift pivot in life for you. So tell us about that, and tell us about sort of the decisions that followed after that.
Yeah. So literally just a freak accident off my mountain bike in our friend's backyard. A freak accident. Like I grew up racing cars. I rolled my car. I was always fine. And then in a friend's backyard, landed wrong, and then there was bruising on my brain. The part of my head that I hit, I couldn't cross a road, because I didn't know if the car was like there or there, like depth
Wow,
perception
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
No balance, and yeah, I couldn't ride for ages. My mum was looking after me, and my partner, Gaz, lucky his work was super flexible, but it was a really long road of recovery.
Yeah.
In a dark room for months on end, and then I can't even remember, like over a year in, my cognitive rehab was like building kids Lego, for like 5-year-olds, where it's like you build a little monkey.
Yeah.
It's like, put this piece here, put this piece here.
Yeah.
And Gary came home from work one day. Mum had literally just left, so there wasn't much time, and I was sitting making my monkey and I was bawling my eyes out because I thought it was missing a piece and I couldn't finish my monkey, but I just used it in the wrong place, and then he put it in the right place and I made my monkey and I was happy as. But and like kids colouring in books, trying to stay in the lines just for cognitive rehab, get the old brain working again.
Yeah.
So yeah, not so fun times, but I guess the biggest learning is like life is short and it can change like that, right? And we only get one shot, so let's make it fucking epic.
Yes.
Like, do cool shit. Sorry for swearing. Do fun stuff, because if you don't get it tomorrow, like, are you actually stoked today doing what you're doing?
Yep.
And if the answer's no, then what can you do about it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. This sounds like I'm talking to DG, David Galbraith. Like...
DG helped me hugely through this.
There you go.
Because I was working at Cycling New Zealand
yeah.
at the time. And DG was there. I showed DG my first vision board for Stoked, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I kind of recovered from all that, and then I was quite lost and like, what is my purpose? What am I meant to be doing? Because I thought that was my dream job. It's what I studied for, and I ended up there, and I was the lead performance and technique analyst when I left cycling, and I was only, I can't do the math, 25 or something, 24-ish, somewhere there, and it was a pretty cool role, but there was a lot of stuff going on there that I couldn't change as well, and I wanted to go out and do something on my own terms, and really what you put in is what you get out, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, quite a pivotal moment, and now I've got Stoked.
And now you've got Stoked.
That's why it's called Stoked, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked I'm still here, and named after Revelstoke in Canada, where I spent a bit of my time, and it's like NZ and Revelstoke are my two favourite playgrounds. So
cool. And it's honestly the message of just take notice, take stock of what's going on, and if you don't feel like those days have some beautiful moments in them, what are we going to do? What can you do? Because it's all our choosing. It's our control. And that's David talks about what's going to be on your headstone at the end of this, and he wishes for his girls that it's like she lived a life, she quintessential weirdo level, she was her authentic self, and she made every day hers, and didn't really care from outside perspectives what she looked like, who but she did life, and she lived a life, and I think that's pretty magic.
It's epic, actually. We had a last year, we didn't end up going ahead because we were misaligned on our values, but us and another company were going to work together. Won't go into it too much, but their biggest driver was money, and ours isn't money. Ours is doing life on your terms, paying people fairly, providing an epic work environment, all these kind of things. And so they were, we're in this business meeting, and they were spreadsheets everywhere, and we can take you worldwide, millions, blah blah blah. And he was like, "Is there any question you want to ask?" And I didn't ask about the numbers. My background's in numbers. I can figure that out. But I asked, if we were at your funeral, what would your staff say about you? And he didn't know what to say because he never thought about that. So we got some of his staff in. And anyway, what they did say, maybe it's a reason why we didn't carry on the partnership. But it's a great question. I love it.
I love it. That's magic.
I reckon it's a I don't know, people think it's a morbid question, but
No.
I think, but also another part of that is why do we wait until someone has passed
Yes.
to say all this beautiful stuff about them?
Amen.
Like, why don't we just start telling our mates that we bloody love them
Yeah.
and that they're doing cool shit now?
Yep.
I don't know. We should start doing it. I finish most of my messages to my mates with like, love you, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a beautiful package that I was going sidetrack. I'll get great at this later. One of my friends who now lives in Christchurch, who we've been friends since we came out of high school, so 17. You know, I'm 37, so 20 years. But we've never like been in each other's pockets because we never have had, you know, between study, careers, boys, children, and everything else. Yeah. But we've always been a constant for one another. And the other day, she just sent me this beautiful, and it's ehua, which is friend. Yeah. But with the definition of basically, I can ugly cry on your shoulder. I can do this. But it was just out of the blue. It was just a piece of paper that came in, and it just like grounded you in this. That's what I'm here to do. And even though I feel like a bad friend a lot of the time, and I'm sure we all do, you know, we get busy and, you know, shivers, I haven't talked to that person for a long time, but they know you're there and they know that you're a quality person who will have their back regardless. And that's the kind of people you want to work with. That's the kind of people, if you're going to go into business with someone, you want values to align. Yeah, in any relationship, it's so important. I respect the hell out of you for that. Good girl. Numbers, you know, numbers don't, you know.
Yeah.
Big numbers don't matter in the scheme of life. So cool. Right, anyway, community. And this leads us beautifully into what you're doing with some families in Turkey as well. But so you obviously get your beautiful things made in Turkey. So talk to us about how that came about, how you met those families and sort of that community that you've built with them.
Yeah. So I'd had Turkish cotton for like 10 years and that's why we went down that route. And I just made a few for me and my mates, and then they got a bit popular, and then we got a wholesale order for 1,000, and I was like, fuck. Oh yeah, 1,000, cool. So literally booked a flight to Turkey the next kind of week, and Gary couldn't come because he'd just changed jobs, had no leave, so I was on my own. And prior to that, I'd spent months Googling and just creating relationships. And yeah, then when I got to Turkey, we work with 3 families, but it's kind of one do a lot more than the other 2.
Yeah.
And kind of the main guy, Samir, we've actually named a towelly after him.
Oh, cute.
He's epic. He picked me up at the airport, and like that's a lot of trust. I'm glad you can bet on the internet.
Yeah.
Mum was probably freaking out. But we've been working with them ever since, and him and his family, and like that's a real family business. So it's him and his uncle and like his sisters and brothers, and they're all in there.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 other families as well. And so we've been back to Turkey 3 times. I've been 3 times. Gary's been twice. We were over there for 6 weeks this year.
Yeah.
Working on all our summer stuff, hanging out. Yeah, it's so cool, and I bloody love working with them.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. I love it. It's really cool.
Pretty special way. What other communities you were part of?
We've got a pretty epic STOKEDNZ one, to be fair. We went rafting for our 5th birthday like a few weeks ago. But the mountain bike community here are people.
Yeah.
And then like I do like the gym, and then also I hadn't played netball since I was like at school.
Yeah.
And I joined a netball team at the start when we got back from Turkey, start of winter. Love it, eh? Just fun of you humans. And then all my kind of like business, not all of them, but a lot of them, business friends and mentors are all in Aussie. Not for any reason other than that's just where they live.
That's where they've landed.
So usually over to Aussie 2 or 3 times a year to go catch up and work on the business.
Nice. So lots of pockets of communities, eh? It's so cool.
Yeah,
it's awesome to be connected in so many different places. I think that just opens our world up, and it just, you know, you're sprinkling this amazingness in so many different places, and other people get to do the same to you. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. So we'll move to environment. So with environment, we talk about all kinds of things. We talk about home environments and work environments and the environments that we create around ourselves, sustainability and everything in between, because environment is just so broad. But with you, I'd really be excited to talk about sort of the sustainability approach that you take here at STOKEDNZ and sort of how you've come to where you are now and what you've learned along the way on that sustainability journey.
Yeah, sweet. I just want to start by saying we're not perfect.
No.
Because no one is.
Yeah.
Perfection's really hard, but it's a cool thing to strive for. So we use a natural fibre. Everything is cotton. There is a lot of discussion about that, but with the research we've done, we think it's the right thing to be doing. It's not microplastics and things. And we've kept all of our fabric ever since the beginning, and we either turn our offcuts into like little wet bags, so you can put your togs in, or your phone keys, whatever. So we turn it into products, and then we just released some towels only a few weeks ago with all of our like leftover threads, so we don't waste it. Totally unique. It's only that happens at one time, and then they're gone. Then next time we have a bunch of leftover threads, we'll make some more cool ones. So that's super cool. What else am I missing? I feel like we do a lot of cool stuff. We work with a local company here that makes all of our packaging, so there's not really like air miles, and we use all recycled cardboard. Our bags are all they were compostable, but there's actually no compostable bags made in New Zealand, so we use recycled plastic kōrero bags now because they're made here, so less air miles.
That's massive.
What else do we do? I feel like they're the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's really important though to note that you don't have to be perfect or have it, and that's Nick Turner from Mainstream Green talks about it when we interviewed Cassie Rama. She's the same. We've got to start. We've got to do something, and it's unfortunate when you get crucified when you don't do all and every single thing right, but you're doing so many great things. Like we need to stand strong together that we're trying. We're all doing our best, and we're not always going to get it right. Like I think Cassie was the one to say, 9 times out of 10 I have my reusable cup with me, but every so often there's that time when I've had to go get a takeaway cup to get my coffee, and that's the time someone will see me and be like, oh, I thought you were on a sustainability journey,
totally.
What happened here? Yeah, and so it's just sort of forgetting that outside noise and going, I know for us and for the journey we're on, we're doing the best we can, and we're doing really well, and it's our, we're not always going to get it right.
Yeah, we've got this partnership with this chick called M. She's on Instagram, officially M, and we've been working together for a couple of years now. And she actually has an epic gardening page. Maybe this is a bit of a tangent, but all of our stuff comes in cardboard boxes, right?
Yeah.
And so we rip off the tape, and then we use the cardboard, and we've made like epic veggie gardens.
Cool.
So another thing, not specifically business related, but like no green waste leaves our property.
Yeah.
So either mulch it all or compost it all, and then just put it back into creating epic soil to grow our veggies to feed ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's called the Coastal Good Life. It's epic.
Cool.
10 out of 10 recommend checking it out. Just showing again, like turning it's not like you have to do this to compost. It's just like basically just give it a go, and you're not really going to mess it up.
No.
And just like showing how easy gardening can be, and it doesn't have to be expensive or hard or really time consuming.
Yep.
And then you also provide epic food for you and your whānau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think those are the best people to follow and learn from, is you're not going to get it right all the time, and this isn't just the only way, but here's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, totally.
Let me know how you go.
Yeah.
So I've added one in here I didn't actually tell you I was going to ask you about, but I know that it'll flow. We talk a lot about portion distortion, and that's all about time. And we're always busy and we don't have enough time, and we can use it as a really great excuse for pretty much anything. But regardless of life stage, of business ownership or employee or student, we all struggle with time. And so we've been asking people about those struggles with time. So what kind of struggles have you had with time in terms of being busy or having a full plate? And are there any strategies or anything you've done to help you manage your time a bit better?
Yeah. Again, not perfect on this. But I really try and write at the start of each week. I write a list of all the things I need to do that week, and then put like one big task each day. Because I always say her name wrong, but the chick that runs or owns a teak.
Oh,
Brienne,
yes.
Brienne.
Yeah. West, yep.
Yeah. She's always like, eat the frog first, and it's so true. Like, do that one. It's usually a dumb thing. Dumb thing that like, but it will really move the needle.
Yeah.
So like, get that done first before you move on to all the other stuff, and then I just keep I put it out on each day, because if I just had it in a big list, it was like mega overwhelm. Yeah. So I really just try to write it out, and then as things come up, they're really important, get them done, but otherwise they go on next week.
Yep.
Because if you try and you can't focus on everything, so I just try to stay super focused and one big task at a time.
Yeah, and you have a finite amount of time, right? It doesn't just keep going. You can't be like, actually, I need 36 hours today just to get everything in. So prioritising it is...
Yeah, prioritising it. And then one of my mentors said to me, it's the things you say no to that will set you free. And it's so true. Like, you can't do it all. And I'm a people pleaser. Don't love to say no. But actually, I have to say no, because I could go do that thing, but then I might not have time for the gym. And the gym is my non-negotiable. So, you can do it. And another mentor, or the same mentor, always said, you can do it all. You just can't do it all at once.
Yep.
And it's so true. So, what's the most important
Stunning
thing?
mentors.
Yeah.
Great humans. I don't know who you are, but you've done a great job. It's all great, and just seriously nail on the head advice for anybody, right?
I love that one. You can do it all, but you can't do it all at once.
Yeah.
So.
And what's going to be the top?
Because it's not saying you can't do it.
No.
It's like you can still have all the things, do all the things, but what one do you want right now?
Yeah. I love that. So how important is it for you to find time to do things that bring you joy?
Oh, so important, because otherwise why are we here and why are we doing any of this? So, but again, on the whole, you can do it all, but you can't do it all at once. This year we've travelled a lot. We've been to Turkey and a few other overseas trips for a bunch of reasons. And I haven't ridden my bike as much, but I have travelled a lot and I've still gymmed every day. So it's, I hope I'm not conflicting what I'm saying, but I think that like shows the point, right? You can do it all, just not all at once.
Yeah.
But,
and they're still all bringing you joy.
Yeah, exactly. And things ebb and flow. Like sometimes I'll ride my bike every day because I'm fizzing, and then I might not ride it for a month because the gym's more exciting at the moment.
Yeah,
or whatever, you know. But you've got to find time for you. And then Gaz and I talked about this a lot last year actually. We like kind of wrote down, it's a really cool exercise. We wrote down our values, him on his piece of paper and me on mine, and then we looked at them and they were the same. Good. But like recognizing that our time together, like cutting out time, I need to have time just for me, and then I need to have time for me and Gaz, and then like friends and family as well, and work, you know. So it's just like looking at it like a wee pizza.
I like that.
There's a slice for everything.
Yeah. I did this maths the other day, and I was like, I see my husband 2 hours a day. That's pretty terrible. And then you've got kids, you know, like we've got 3 children on top of that, and work and all those things. You're like, you can see how things, how wheels fall off, and how you've actually got to really mindfully go, how am I going to use my time, and where do I need to put it? Because it's really, really important.
It definitely is. We another thing, not about business, but Gaz and I have done, I guess because we are business owners and we don't want to make every interaction, like we're not just business partners, we're also life partners.
Yeah.
So we try and have we call it a life dinner once a month, where we talk about like just all the life admin.
Yeah.
Like whatever, mortgage needs to be changed or whatever, you know, like any of that stuff. And so you're not talking about that all the time. And then we try and have like a shareholder meeting, which usually involves burgers and cider, where we like talk about the big stuff we need to figure out in Stoked. So you're not having every breakfast or every dinner talking about, you know?
Yeah, the back and forth of it.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. It's great boundaries.
Yeah, we really like had to work on it because we are, like Gaz is in Stoked now, and he has been for a few years. So, yeah, we're just remembering that we were together before the business, and we are not the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it can be like,
yeah,
very overpowering.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is very, very clever and very, I want to say smart, but it's not smart. It's just being able to see a situation, almost step back and go, hold on a minute, this is the trajectory we're on. If we keep doing this, how do we stay ourselves within the process? That's really powerful.
Yeah, it all come about usually like most things do. Like I started Stoked out of a really crap time. All this stuff with Gaz and I come about because we almost blew to smithereens.
Yeah.
Because we did just become business partners, you know. So we like really had to look at that and go, oh, well, this is not where we want it to be. So how are we gonna level up, sort our shit out, and have the life that we want to live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Powerful. What a way to finish. That's so powerful. So now we've got some quick fire questions for you, which always brings us a bit of a smile and a bit of a giggle. So what are 3 things that made you smile today?
Oh man, the day's only just started. We have epic staff. Brenna and Michaela are out the back and the bloody legends. It's always nice to see their faces. I don't know, going to the gym this afternoon, which would be really nice. And I have a weekend off, actually.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking forward to
the
that.
knowledge of
It
that.
hasn't technically happened, but I'm going to go ride my bike all weekend, and I cannot wait.
Yep. Just the knowledge that's coming
Yeah.
will make you smile today. What are some of your favourite books?
One of my all-time favourites is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Love it. If you're lost in life, I'd start there.
Go to Simon.
And Chapter 1 by Thank You, a social enterprise out of Aussie. It's so good.
What are 3 favourite smells?
Riding in the forest, pine trees.
Yeah.
Love it. The beach does the beach have a smell? But like being at the beach, I just always feel so expansive. Like it's just so vast.
Yeah.
I love it. Strawberries.
Nice.
I love strawberries.
Way to round that out. Strawberries. What makes you laugh?
Gary. My friends, and just there's nothing better than like full lying on the ground laughing, like belly laughs or like wet in your pant laughing.
Yep.
Not actually, but you know. Being with
I
buddies.
have been at a place where that has happened before.
Or a great comedy show.
Yep.
Bloody, that's one of our like go-to date nights.
Yep.
Comedy.
Gold. Belly laughs are the
They're the best.
foundation of life. What was your first job?
Rolling ice creams at a fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waihi Beach. I rolled ice creams and then in the day made burgers at night.
Outstanding.
So good.
Outstanding. Did you get to eat?
Yeah, and sometimes I had to make the little lolly like mixes together.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like one for me, one for the bag.
I always thought I
And it
couldn't have
wasn't
worked at a dairy for that, because you know how they've got all the plastic windows and all the different lollies? It's like A, B, C.
Yeah.
No, wouldn't have gone well. What are some of your go-to pick-me-up songs?
Road Less Travelled by Lauren Elena. Do you know it?
Yes, of course I do.
Oh,
American
I love it.
Idol. I love that
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah, but also the lyrics of it.
Yes.
Oh, it's like, yep. And then, my music tastes are vast, but like, I love it, Elton John, you know, that just comes on. So good.
This concert was stunning.
Yeah, it was really good. Yep. Any of his?
Nice. I always thought Lauren Lena and Scotty McCreery might have had a thing going on American Idol, but I don't think it did. Yeah.
Like a kid, I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think it ever.
Mm.
See, we make things up in ambulance. What are 3 things that you're grateful for today?
I should have this going, you know. I actually wrote a win jar for this kind of thing, so I put like the big wins in there.
Mm.
Sometimes when you're in the grind, you can't like
Yep.
remember them all. So I'm grateful for that win jar actually, and we've had some beautiful customer messages today. So that's really cool. I'm grateful for the shop and for Gary, who did a bloody great job.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's back from Aussie, so I get to see him
Oh,
soon.
cool.
So,
Favourite concert? What was your favourite concert?
Bellany recently, rock concert, New Zealand Kiwi band,
Yeah,
so good.
crushed it.
Yeah, all their concerts are amazing actually.
Yeah. What are some of your hobbies?
Riding my bike, going to the gym, and hiking with my buddies, And then love a winter potluck with our friends.
Nice.
Yeah, so good.
Nice. What does a recovery day look like for you, or a lazy day look like for you?
I'm an active relaxer. A recovery day for me would be like out my veggie garden or making mulch or something like that, or reading a book.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are some qualities that you love about yourself?
Oh. I'm really solutions focused. When things are going wrong, I've got my way, can't control. I always find a way to fix something. So
Nice.
really solutions focused. And I think I'm really fair. And I'm a giver. I'm a real I really care about paying people fairly and not exploiting others for personal gain.
Yep.
It's not my jam at all.
I respect that and I love that. And you can see that in any interaction I've had with you over the last year that we've talked.
Yeah.
Like, it's genuine people first
Yeah.
approach and kindness.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
No.
It's like should be everyone's life motto.
Yeah. I think I listened to, do you know Tammy Nielsen? She's a country singer. She's Canadian, but she's a Kiwi. So she's across both the ditches, kind of. But she said it. She knows Willie Nelson. She's done a song with him, and on his wall, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me. This is going to happen to me again. But he's got 3 rules, and I think it's literally: don't be a dick, don't be a dick, please don't come in here and be a dick. Like, it's 3. Just don't do it. There's no need. Just
don't do it.
Be a good person.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching today. I know there are so many things to take away from this, and I think, for me, there's some really key ones, but really just that finishing one of boundaries, of setting boundaries and sticking to them, and knowing what you need and what makes you thrive and find joy, and really putting those lines in the sand. And things are going to ebb and flow. You're not always going to be able to go to the gym every day, but there are other things that will fuel you within the day, and you've got to make sure they're happening. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time today. Make sure you share it with your friends and tell them about this amazing interview. And there are plenty others on our platform. So we'll see you next time. Ka kite.